Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Jack. Welcome back to my channel. Today, we're just going to be doing a brief follow-up on my previous video about the Celtics with the NBA Finals. And obviously, my prediction in that video was wrong because I said Celtics are going to take it in 6, and the Warriors are now up 3-2. But I still do think the Celtics can come back and win this series. So today, I'm just going to be telling you guys what I think the Celtics have to do in both Games 6 and 7 if they want to win this series. And as most of you know, Celtics have been in this position before, where in the Milwaukee series, they lost Game 5 and won 2 games in a row to obviously advance. And in this series, the odds are not in their favor, but at the same time, I do believe that they can win, and it's not an impossible task at all. Game 6 will be at home tonight, Thursday, and if we win, Game 7 will be on Sunday at Chase Center. So I'm just going to be sharing with you guys some things I saw in Games 1 through 5 that the Celtics have to do better if they want to win these 2 games. And at the same time, I want to hear what you guys think as well with the Celtics. You guys are obviously watching the game as well. So please feel free to share your thoughts on the Celtics down below in the comments. I'm always open to different opinions, and I'll try and respond to all your comments. So on that note, let's get into it. One of the main reasons I feel like the Celtics are losing this series has been, let's face it, the phenomenal play of Steph Curry. We've seen it with our own eyes. His ability to hit shots from essentially anywhere on the basketball court is absolutely insane. And as you'll see from most of these clips on your screen, one of the main things that the Warriors do is a high screen and roll and gets Steph a little bit of breathing room so he can just rise up and drain a 3 in people's face. What the Celtics have to do, to continue to counter this offensive attack by Golden State, is to have someone up in Curry's face 100% of the time. You cannot leave him an inch of space or he will drain a 3. And they have found success by having the bigger player involved in the pick and roll stay high rather than going beneath the screen. And this has given Steph a lot of trouble, causing him to pass the ball, take a contested shot. So on this high screen and roll, you have to go above the screen if you're the Celtics, and you need to continue to keep a hand in Curry's face. And at the same time, he gains a lot of attention on the defensive end, which also leaves open shots for Wiggins, Draymond Green, Klay Thompson, Jordan Poole, etc. But the Celtics just have to continue to keep fighting over those screens, again, into his airspace, so he doesn't have any window to shoot triples at all. And like I said in my previous video, if we can somehow slow down Steph Curry, we'll have a good chance in both these games coming up. Now, with that being said, Game 5, Curry had an off night. I think he only had 16 points. That didn't go our way. But it was not our defense that lost us that game. It was what I'm going to mention next. And that's the Celtics they need to limit turnovers on the offensive end. And they have to do the little things, like hitting their free throws especially. Too many times in this series, I've seen a wasted possession on offense with a bad pass or 2 missed free throws, and that can simply not happen against this Golden State team. They are way too lethal in transition and off things like missed free throws that just can't happen. And Jayson Tatum, our best player, has 95 turnovers this postseason alone, which is the most ever, and that's not good at all. So Tatum and Jaylen Brown really have to clean it up, their sloppy play as of recently, and they need to play like the superstars that this team needs them to be. Because if the Celtics do not win the little things battle, like making free throws or not having as many turnovers, we will not win this series, and it's as simple as that. But the last few games, their main problem has to cut down on those things, like missing free throws and turning the ball over. I think we'll be in decent shape. And to add on to that, another thing, we need to stop complaining to the referees. It's that simple. We're not going to get every call. The referees are human. We're not going to get every call. We need to stop complaining to them. And that goes for the players and our head coach, Ime Udoka. This simply cannot continue anymore, and it's getting really bad. And it just has to stop. We can't expect to get every call. So I think if we stop complaining to the refs, limit turnovers, and actually make our free throws, we'll be in good shape. And the most important thing about what needs to happen in Game 6 and 7 is that Jayson Tatum has to show up. And on one hand, yes, he is approaching almost 1,000 minutes in this whole entire playoff run, and fatigue is definitely getting to him at this point in the season. But at the same time, this is the NBA Finals. Like, there's no excuse for him not being good. And I'm sorry, but there's no excuse really that can be made for him because he is our best player and our leader, and he has to perform better. It's as simple as that. Not only with just limiting turnovers, but being aggressive on offense, creating shots for other people like he's been doing all season. And like I said in the previous video, he needs to play like a top 5 to 10 player for us to have a chance. It just has to happen. And I think if Jayson Tatum can play like an all NBA first team player that he is, I think that only makes our chances at winning better. Because we still have not seen a vintage Tatum finals game yet. So I would say the hope is he has one in either Game 6 or 7, because we are certainly going to need it. And that's going to do it for this video, you guys. I want to know your thoughts down below about the Celtics situation. Down 3-2, the NBA Finals. Game 6 is tonight. It's a very big one, and potentially Game 7 on Sunday. If the Celtics can clean up those things that I mentioned previously, stop talking to the refs, make their free throws, and stop turning the ball over, I seriously think we can come back and win this series. So we'll see. We'll hope Celtics can win in 7. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.